Hello. Friends, fans, haters, hello, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Erica. I hope you stick around, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're new. Also, hit that little bell so you don't miss a video with me. I'm really excited to finish up Vlogmas. I'm really happy with how consistent I've been, but then even more so within the new year, really commit to, my YouTube and like content creating and just like continuing to share like this kind of part of my life, I guess. I'm quite tired. Done a lot of traveling recently. Obviously, if you guys have been watching Vlogmas, you know that I traveled from New York here to the UK, traveling through Iceland. In the UK, I'm in like the southeast technically, but it's funny because like it's actually we're technically on plains with Midlands, I think, but it's considered southeast, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I'm southeast England with Charlie and his family. His whole family is here together for Christmas this year, which is super exciting. It's gonna be really special. It's our first Christmas all together in like 15 years, so that'll be really exciting. Excuse me, too much Baileys. Actually, it's over there. I kind of want to just sit down and end Vlogmas by talking about like goal setting and goals for 2022. As we know, there's not much time left before the new year starts. It's only like a week or so. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I believe that we've gone through a whole other year. How insane is that? This last year for me obviously was a bit interesting. Being away from Charlie for an entire year and only having a few weeks here and there together was obviously really difficult for me. I'd say for us also, but we definitely kind of found our own rhythms. I am really happy for Charlie. He's been like, his family's in the military, so he's moved around a lot, and this is the first time that he's kind of been, I feel like, a little bit more settled in a very long time. Like, he has made friends at work and things like that, and so he's kind of loving life. Going to the pub and going to movies and just having people to actually hang out with. One thing that's brought a challenge with that, obviously, is like, I feel like it's greedy of me to say, but I was not so used to having to share my time with him, if that makes sense. Like before, he really would only ever be able to hang out with his mom because he moved around so much. So in the last place that he was living, he didn't really have friends. So anytime I was not doing anything, we could be on FaceTime. That's not quite the case anymore. He's working, he's got friends, he's got this whole other side, and learning to share I'm not very good at it, apparently. No, I'm joking. But definitely was some adjusting, and I think it definitely continued to help us. Charlie also found the gym this year, which was really exciting for us because it was like a whole other thing to talk about. You guys know I love the gym, I love fitness. I've been on a weight loss journey for quite some time. And Charlie, within literally actually just this year during 2021, decided to also start really getting into fitness. His attitude toward fitness before was, there just wasn't an attitude. So it was great because it added something that we were able to talk about, to share ideas over. It's something that we can now share, which has been really nice, but also we still have our own approaches to it, and things like that. I guess that's a mini reflection over this last year, kind of. I just continuing that reflection, like obviously that was one thing. My own fitness journey has been really interesting this year. I've definitely grown even stronger. I've definitely lost weight, but also my body, like recomposition, like my body has changed shape, and I feel like I look great, I feel great, I feel strong, I feel confident. And this like calendar year in 2021, I haven't really lost much weight. I want to say it's maybe actually only about 10 pounds in total throughout this last year. My weight's definitely fluctuated more because I haven't been as like strict, I guess the word is, with myself, with like my diet or my training. I definitely was training really hard, but my diet wasn't ever very strict, which I personally, you guys know, I'm all about balance. But I definitely was a little bit more, I guess, like lenient or indulgent more often compared to what I had been in the past. I think that also comes down to emotional things, like, I live alone. My family is a 6-hour drive away, or like a 2-hour plane ride. Like even that's still quite far still. Charlie's on the other side of the world, so I think it's one of those things where sometimes I just was like, you know, sad as people are. Like if you're a little bit sad, you're probably gonna eat a little bit more. You either eat more or you don't eat. I eat more usually. So I think that was just one of those things that didn't necessarily not help me, because obviously food is fuel, so it helped me obviously within my lifts and continuing to grow my muscle and grow strength. But in terms of the weight loss aspect, I guess, and I shouldn't even say weight loss, I mean specifically or fat loss, because I don't necessarily want to lose muscle mass, obviously. It definitely was like, you know, but I think my body still looks probably in some of the best shape, even now throughout all this Christmas period, as we've started drinking more and eating more and all those like fun things. I've noticed that, like, yeah, I've still got like, even though I don't have like true abs, I've got like more ab definition, definitely more in my obliques usually. That's like, it's a little bit about this last year. Now looking forward into 2022, I definitely have a handful of goals. Definitely some that are just like standard achievable goals, and some that are more like things I want to improve upon or things I want to do less of, if that makes sense. My first one is definitely like, obviously when it comes to fitness, continue to build strength, build muscle, and lose fat. I'm pretty content with where my body is now. Definitely, I'd love to lose a little bit of fat, but obviously you can't pick and choose where. Yeah, I've got a little bit of lower belly fat. It's cute. It's my little pooch. It's there to protect my vital organs for when I have a baby one day. I know that. But I don't really have like a pooch. I do have like a belly and a pooch, if that makes sense. And obviously, like, you know, got these big old strong legs. Would love for them to still be strong, but just have a little less jiggle to them. But again, I'm still very content with like where my body is and like my physique and how I feel. So I would just continue to like improve my strength. Maybe, yes, lose a bit more weight still. I did used to set my goal at like being under 200 pounds, and now I know the number on the scale doesn't mean anything. It does not determine your worth. It does not determine, you know, your value. But for me, it was one of those things where I was just like, that'd be a nice goal to achieve, is getting under that 200 mark. And I've kind of gotten close, gotten farther away, gotten close, gotten farther away. But my thing is, again, because I'm not just doing tons of cardio, I'm not just, you know, burning tons of calories, I'm lifting heavy weights, I'm building my muscles up. And obviously muscle weighs more than fat, so again, that's why I'm not as concerned in the like with the number to begin with on the scale, because I know that obviously, yes, my body is changing shape and looking incredible, and the number on the scale doesn't necessarily reflect how I feel on my like progress, if that makes sense. That's one thing, always take pictures. It really makes more of a difference in my opinion. Let's see, another goal I have like fitness wise, I want to be able to run a 5K in around 30 minutes. I do want to improve my stamina. I do want to improve my running, though cardio is a scam, running is a scam. I absolutely hate it. I would love to be someone who can just up and go for a run, even if it's just a mile or two here and there. We did a 5K over Thanksgiving, and I did shave like 8 minutes off my time from the last time I tried, and it definitely because I think Charlie was there pushing me and helping me and kind of helping with that mental block that I get. But yeah, I would definitely love to just improve my running. It's one of those things that I know it's a huge mental block for me. I just can't stand it. But at the same time, I would love to be someone who's like an all-around athlete, I guess. I don't know if I well, but I would love to be someone who's all around, you know, skilled in athleticism. Obviously I can lift heavy shit. I'm getting much better at boxing. My coaches are always saying you know, how much I've improved and how my like, especially some of my hits are looking much better. But then obviously the running and the cardio side of things, that's where I'm faltering a little bit. But I'd love to build up like long-term stamina more. Another one that's like definitely very, very achievable, I want to hit a 300-pound deadlift. I am so close. I hit 275 a couple of weeks ago, and I originally had the goal to work up to 300 by the end of the year, but I wasn't really properly doing strength training. Building strength and losing weight is they're very things that like you can really either have one or the other. You can do both, but it just takes a much longer time. But I definitely would love to focus on strength a little bit more at some point, and really build into that 300 pound deadlift, and do it like with relative ease, which I feel like I did the 275. Like it seemed hard, but watching it back, like it looked easy, which is what you want, I guess, in theory. So yeah, 300-pound club for my deadlift. That'd be I'd be so excited. And again, I'm only 25 pounds away, but sometimes that 25 pounds can take ages, you know? Another kind of like very standard fitness goal that I want to do, I want to be able to do a pull-up. I think is it plyometrics? I think that's the official word for like when you're doing exercises with your own body. Like push-ups and pull-ups are the two that I definitely struggle with. It's because yes, I've got a lot of weight to, you know, pull and to carry. It's your entire body weight. I know as I continue to lose weight, it'd get easier, but also as I build strength. But it's just something I would really want to work up to doing. I used to be pretty close a few years ago when I was a little bit lighter, but I was doing them literally like weekly, was practicing. So I'd love to add that into my routine and achieve a unassisted pull-up. Yeah. Now, one thing that I've been really thinking about is the way I spend my time. I know I've teetered back and forth between having really good nighttime and morning routines, but then also having very like standard ones where you wake up, go on your phone, and then just get ready for work. I really love to like really wake up and take the time for myself. It's something I really want to work on, and actually I think when I get back from being here in the UK, it'll be easier. My time clock will be set off a bit, but I personally do like being awake earlier. I like waking up early. I like getting to the gym early. I like having lots of time before work to journal or read. So I'd love to kind of get back into a really strong morning or nighttime routine. I think morning for me sets me up a little bit better, where at night I can pretty much just fall asleep relatively easy once I've done that. Like I remember when I came back from the UK a few months ago, I was up really early in the gym doing all those things, and then by the time like I got home from work, I would have dinner and watch an episode or two of something and then go to bed at like 8:30. Obviously that's a little bit early, but not really that early. It's not like I've got anything else to do honestly at those hours. So yeah, I would just love to get back on a better routine. One of those things I didn't mention in there is reading. I want to read a new book every month. I want to finish at least a book a month. I feel like there are people who set a book a week. I'm not necessarily that fast of a reader. Sometimes I am. I love to read during the summer, but besides the summertime, it's not something I go out of my way to do that often, unless like there's a really good book and I'm reading it when I take myself to dinner. If I want to like, rather than sit down and like watch TV or watch YouTube videos, I want to be able to like sit down and set time aside to just read a book. So if you guys have book recommendations, please leave them in the comments down below. Charlie. Also, in regards to different ways I spend my time, I'd love to commit to 10,000 steps a day. That's one of those things that's kind of fitnessy, but also like outdoorsy. I know it's a bit harder in the winter, in my opinion, especially because it's so dark and things like that. Like by the time I get home, it's pitch black. So try and make sure I'm getting in my 10,000 steps a day. And Charles? What? Too late for that. Another like goal that I have is traveling more. Obviously traveling right now is still a little bit difficult, and especially international travel. Like I've been able to do it, but it's always you're jumping through hurdles and you're way more complicated than it ever used to be. But I would love to take advantage of like America, you know, maybe go on like a solo trip or just travel around the States a little bit more. I saw, I think it was last year, maybe actually 2 years ago, Nat Be Fit. She did like a whole solo travel trip, and I'd love to do something similar, kind of go like camping or something, but that would probably have to wait until it's a little bit nicer weather because it's cold and wintry. But something like that possibly, or just again a trip by myself somewhere, nothing too crazy, but like something nice, you know. And then last but not least, I guess, is like career goals. And like I actually don't have many because luckily like I did get an awesome promotion a month or two ago, 2 months ago now, I think, which I was not expecting. So actually, originally, as I was starting to kind of start to think about like this next year already, I originally was thinking, yeah, like promotion, like career, but that already happened. So but I guess the other side of things is, even though YouTube and whatnot is not a career for me, or like content creating, obviously it's something I enjoy, and I definitely put a lot of time and effort into it. I hope that shows. I hope you guys, you know, like my videos, appreciate that I'm trying to do more time and effort and just improve on my editing skills and things like that. I'd love to continue to put more time into it, and I don't know, like really commit. I think I've said this before, but I want to truly commit to 2 videos a week. I am going to take a little bit of a break, I think, in the beginning of the new year, just to kind of enjoy the time that I'm here with Charlie. Like, I think I will be filming, but I just don't think I'll put out any videos for the first 2 weeks probably of January. But then after that, I really want to do 2 videos a week, and commit to that. I think it'll be fun. I've got a bunch of ideas, between, again, more of my fitness stuff, more follow along workouts. I have some really fun ideas for some of the funner, that's not a word, but for like the day in the life videos of like some of my favorite like athletes or influencers or whatnot. Like if you guys watch back, I did one of Lucy Davis and Nutty Foodie Fitness back in, I think, like February or March. I'd love to do more videos like that. Those ones do take more time to plan, but I want to, again, be better about my planning and I guess have a slightly more professional hat when it comes to that. I'm getting so close to 400 subscribers, so I'd love to obviously continue to grow. I want to say want to set a goal of like getting to 1,000, but that's a more than double, so I don't know about that yet. But in general, just continue to grow my channel and grow like my little community. And I think that's mostly it. I'm really excited. Hopefully, you know, I'll watch back this video at the end of 2022 and see, you know, how many of these kind of things I achieved, or if I did any of these things or things like that. So that'll be fun to see, I guess, what happens as a result of this. I feel like in a way, like putting it out there helps to hold me more accountable, if that makes sense. So that's kind of why I thought this would be a good fun video to do. If there are any of the same goals you guys have, like if you want to start running also, maybe we can do like a little like haters run club, I don't know, the scammers run club. Maybe we can do things like that. So leave comments down below or message me on Instagram if any of the goals resonated with you, because maybe we can do like a book club or something. I don't know, could be kind of fun. But if you guys have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the new year. Goodbye.